Alright, welcome back to the channel. So today we have some interesting news, a beginner guide that Bandai posted onto one of their blogs. So we're going to look at what they're talking about and exactly what this beginner guide is. So basically we can see that for new players, they're going to explain to us how we can get started and what we should be looking for in this beginner's guide. So we have the HUD, where they're going to be talking about the HP and the key gauge as well as the skill count. We also are going to see the controls, so we're going to see the standard and the classic as well, which is really good. I think everyone should technically be using the classic if you are a returning fan from the Budokai series, or Tenkaichi series actually. And then we'll be understanding battles, how to read stats, customization, and so forth. So if we look at the HUD, we can see that it keeps the essence of the Budokai Tenkaichi series, giving comprehensive overview of each state during a fight. So on the yellow one, we have the key gauge. The HP gauge is obviously the one that's green. The skill count is the one on the left side where it has the number 2. And then the hit count is obviously right there, how much damage we're doing. We obviously have the timer on the top of the screen. And then of course the HP bars on near Vegeta, where you have multiple HP bars and they can go up to 7, it seems like. We also have transformation icon. So right there, where you can see it on both sides, that's where we'll know how many transformations they have. And obviously if you are transforming to the most, you'll probably see a number 0 next to it. If we look at the HP guide, right, so the bar shows the character's current HP level and decreases when you or your opponent takes damage. Once it hits 0, the character is defeated. Every HP bar has a different color, going from blue to orange, and the amount of remaining HP bars is indicated in the left corner. So that is true to what they just said. You'll see that it literally has 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, depending on how many you have. And then obviously the color changes whenever you are losing health. So that's good. Key gauge. Like in the original anime, ki is the power that can be used to perform super attacks and other movements. To increase the key gauge, you can either charge it yourself, or it will slightly charge by itself whenever you hit your opponent with hand-to-hand combos. Once your key gauge is maxed out, you can start filling up your sparking gauge to enter a special state known as sparking mode. Requires at least 1 skill gauge, so we will have to use 1 full skill gauge, it seems like right here, to enter that form, which is that like cool like purple looking form. When that whole bar goes purple and yellow, we're going to use 1 skill count, it seems like. It decreases as you dash. Okay, so that we have to be careful with. Or use ki blast and blast attacks in game super attacks. Once the key bar becomes red, you will not be able to move until it returns back to normal. Okay, that is good to know. Remember, we have to be careful. We have to understand how to fight in this game, and obviously you want to make sure that you don't have any disadvantages like this, because that would be pretty big. Skill count. The skill count used when you is the skill count is used when you perform various moves such as transformation, fusion, and skills like super perception or revenge counter. It charges over time, as every time the blue bar is full, it adds 1 charge to the count. Okay, so that skill count number right there is what they're talking about. So you can see where it says 2 and 1. It will be used in various moves. So whenever we transform, that's where it's going to come from. So if we transform to Super Saiyan, we might lose 1 or maybe 2. I think it just depends. And it obviously charges over time. As every time the blue bar is full, it adds 1 charge. Yeah, makes sense. Transformation icon. This displays the amount of available transformations for the character. The hit count displays the number of blows delivered and the amount of damage dealt or received. And then the timer is the countdown begins when the fight starts. Once it reaches 0, the fight comes to an end. Okay, this is the big thing right here. So I think in the aspect of our typical Budokai game, the standard one is like a little bit more to like, I think Xenoverse 2 is what I've been seeing on Twitter or X, and classic is obviously the one that you want to play if you are a fan of the Budokai Tenkaichi series. And as you can see, Sparking Zero proposes 2 different types of controls. Standard, the recommended controls for the game, and the classic enables you to enjoy similar controls to those of the previous Budokai Tenkaichi series or games. Okay, so yeah, descending is the back triggers. Key charge, yeah, okay, so descending is the R2 and R1 in ascending and descending. Key charge is L2, which I do remember that. Revenge counter is L1, so double tapping will do revenge counter, which will use a bar. Moving is obviously the left stick or the D-pad. Okay, D-pad is a way to move. That's kind of, I don't remember that being a thing, but because I remember the D-pad being the camera angle. And then we have key blast, which is triangle, and then rush chain as well. Dash attack is square, circle is guard, and then X is to step or short dash. So I do remember those. So that's pretty good that they're actually bringing that back. This changing controls will also affect the QTE sequence controls. Okay, so standard might be a button mashing, and then classic is you have to use the analog stick to actually do your clashing. So that is crazy that they're bringing it back that way. It's good to know. So based on whatever controller you're on, you'll be using that specific style. Really cool, really different. So hopefully we don't break our joysticks, you know, the joysticks that we have on the controllers if we use classic. That'll suck. For this article and all subsequent articles, we will refer to standard controls as these are the default settings. Got it. Okay, so for standard controls, in case anyone wants to use that, you hold R1 or RB to guard all attacks. It can be oriented with low guard, so down plus R1 or high guard. Oh, yo, they're bringing them. Oh, they're bringing back the way that they guard. So they have low guard and high guard. So that's typical in the Tenkaichi series. Wow. Okay, that is good to know. That is good to know. And then you have short dash, step dash, so you can see how it's looking. Press X or A enables you to move quickly in the air or on the ground. And of course it uses some key there, I believe. That's what it said, so be careful how much you're using. And then you have ascend, jump, and obviously descend. So you can jump or fly in the air by pressing L1, and descend you can crouch down or return to the ground by pressing L2. So if you want to play the standard way, that by all means, this would be reverse, where it would be R1 and R2. So just keep that in mind when you're playing with classic. Smash attacks. Okay, so can be used for close combos. You hold square to perform a smash attack. Yeah, that is typical from the previous games. And you see how that cracked in the back? I'm assuming that's going to be something very specific to maybe like changing the level or whatever it's going to be. Like it might be something pretty different, you know. So excited to see what that's going to be. We have key blast. Obviously you throw a key blast, is hold triangle to throw a smash key blast. I think holding triangle will do multiple. I think that would make sense. And I think maybe in classic, if you just keep tapping it, it'll do this many, like the amount of key blasts you're seeing here probably based on tapping for classic. So good to know. Rush chain, so it enables to deliver long combos by pressing square once to 4 times and then pressing triangle. The footage shown demonstrates the moving flying kick, which is activated by pressing triangle after a single square X or square. Got it. Actions may differ from each character. Okay, so it's pressing it triangle, or so square and then triangle right after is how you do this move right here. So I'm excited to play the game. I'm really excited. I think it will definitely be easier once I have the game in my hand, and obviously playing a demo as well. So we'll see how that goes. So key charge, you can charge your key bar by pressing R2 to strike key blast and super attacks. Okay, so this is R2 here. Classic will be L2. That's the typical way to charge up, L2. And I'm used to L2, it just feels better that way. Understanding battles. Okay. With its stunning and extremely varied roster, Sparking Zero offers multiple ways to enjoy battles. Given the many customization options, stats, metrics, and more, let's take a look at the various possibilities the game offers for an amazing player experience. With the game's large roster, each character comes with their own dedicated stats. Awesome, so this is good to know. Obviously, the game's not going to be balanced with the way you guys think it will be, so this will be really like Xenoverse 2, where you have like the stats and shows you which character is better and stuff. So each character has their own stats tree that can be influenced by customization, transformation, or current state, form, fusion. It displays the following metrics. Special attack, right there. This increases the strength of blast and ultimate blast. HP, increasing the stats give a higher number of HP. So some characters like Beerus and Broly have 4 HP bars when they start off, whereas everyone else has 3. That influences right there. Combo. This increases the damage dealt by combos, so good to know if they're very combo heavy. Ki. High ki stats allow the character to perform stronger ki blasts and or charge their ki faster. So that could be pretty useful, especially if you're someone who likes to shoot up a lot of supers and stuff. I think that would be good if you have faster ki charging. And then attack. This stat increases the power of smash and hand-to-hand attack. So attack is pretty up there, so maybe that's gonna be for characters like, you know, Vegito and Gogeta and stuff like that. Okay, so customization. In Sparking Zero, you will be able to customize every character in the game to make them fit with your taste and play style. Look at this. This is so cool. This is clean. This looks like a Fortnite for some reason, actually. Okay, so we have so many different outfits, and we can change how we actually show them and just the play style. So like how Xenoverse 2 does it, where you switch so many outfits, you get different movesets and stuff like that. Outfits. You can change the character's outfits based on your unlocked costumes. Note that this change is only cosmetic and does not have an impact on the character's stats, but can sometimes change the moveset when equipped, so like Xenoverse 2. Accessories. You can choose to equip some specific accessories with their anime accessories to reproduce their famous moves. Okay. Type. This defines the additional characteristics abilities based on the character type you selected. And then ability items. You can enhance characters' abilities, speed, strength, and HP, or partially change their look, halo, scout, or aura through capsules customizations. That's pretty dope. So that's pretty much kind of the same things with like the Pataras from the previous games. So I think that's pretty cool that they're bringing something back like that. Customize all your favorite characters to make your look even more unique during online battles. Yeah, that's gonna be really sick. And then obviously it's developed by Spike Chunsoft, and it's gonna be for these 3 platforms. And I think that's pretty much it right there. You can obviously pre-order, which if you haven't already, you need to get on that ASAP. So this is the beginner's guide that they created. That's pretty cool. Nice that they're, you know, trying to explain it a little more to us before the game's out. And I think they're doing this because the demo at Anime Expo will be here in like a couple days from now. And they obviously want you to get ready to play and be, you know, more understanding of the controls. I think that's a really good thing that they're doing. So really cool. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the video. It's a full beginner's guide so far. We'll obviously do our own beginner's guide at some point, but for now we're gonna rock out with what Bandai has put out here. And yeah, let me know what you guys think so far. Check out the other videos that I posted. You know, obviously the Goku's Anger Kamehamehas. I just did a Dragon Fist in all Dragon Ball games as well, so definitely check those videos out. They'll be at the end of this video, so just go ahead and click onto those if you want to continue watching my content. But besides that, drop a like on the video, guys, subscribe to the channel if you guys are brand new, and I'll see you guys next time.